Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to.
Second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And a slant hold in by Ruggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the
now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're...
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, and it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Chase Claypool, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. And they forced that fumble the last time. And when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold sticker.
Little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
Put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Constructed their offensive line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the no place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Looking to pass. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Taylor. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunter. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, it's Hunter. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again on the ground with Hunter. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And they'll run it with Hunter. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 33. And Lutz puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
On 2nd down, it's Hunter. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hunter.
And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Partner, to tie that game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. From the 31, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 21.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. On 2nd down now, it's Hunter. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hunter, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Tua and the Dolphins down 20-17. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Tua connects with Ruggs. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Tua. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. On first down, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The give to Taylor. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds.
Position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they'll play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Bourne. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll run on first down. It's Hunter. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hunter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now Rodgers. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Patriots, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.